A new collaboration is coming to Grand Cross, and whether you like or dislike collaborations, you can't deny that the lead up, the build up, and even speculating what this new collaboration could be is by far probably nearly enough the hypest moments of Grand Cross for me. Whether that be Demon Slayer finally coming to the game, or possibly even getting your Spider anime in Grand Cross, there is a huge range of possibilities that people always speculate could be coming to the game. Today, we're going to break down what I think could be likely, and I want to almost say I guarantee that one of the shows or even animes that I do list off during this video would likely be coming as a new collaboration, if it's new collaboration. So we should probably start off with, well, the returning collabs. The dreaded Stranger Things. This collaboration was kind of a flop in terms of design, characters, and generally no one really wanted it. Even now, no one wants it to return. However, this is the last collaboration to get a part 2. So, as always, when we are talking about new collaborations, the possibility of getting a part 2 for Stranger Things is always likely. So, of course, that is the one we have to name. King of Fighters. This is a collaboration basically only possible because Netmarble does literally own another game called King of Fighters All-Star. So in terms of getting characters and getting the license for this anime, it is probably by far the easiest for Netmarble. So of course, whenever we talk about collaborations, the possibility of getting a first part 3, because I do believe this was the first part 2, then is very, very likely. Speaking of other own Netmarble titles, Shangri-La Frontier. This is a new anime that literally just aired a few weeks ago now. I've just started watching it. It's a pretty good show in terms of animation. The opening's a banger as well. And if you haven't been keeping up to date about Netmarble, well, they are actually making a Shangri-La Frontier game. This seems to be their next big anime IP, next to obviously 7 Days Sin. So, you never know, considering that we've already got a King of Fighters collaboration, and this is a newly anime that's out right now, and Netmarble owns another game for this actual series, it's very likely, honestly, that this actual anime collaboration will come at some point in the future. I will say probably still a bit too soon, just because it may spoil the anime. I'm not too sure. We've only seen the main character, so if we were to get 4 other characters plus a boss fight, it would probably spoil the whole of season 1. So maybe a bit too soon for this one, but you never know. It probably will happen. I'm going to bring it up because it's always the topic of discussion, but Fate. Netmarble, I believe, does publish, not own, one of the Fate actual gacha games. So Fate is another common collaboration that happens quite a lot through other gacha games. And the fact that Netmarble has some ties to it, it can always happen. Who knows? But speaking about other owned titles, let's talk about Kodansha. If you don't know or not aware, but 7 Days Sins is owned by Kodansha. This is the manga publisher that owns 7 Days Sins. And he also owns a few titles that have been also collabed through Grand Cross, that being obviously AOT and also Slime. Basically, the reason why we got these 2 collaborations first, because they're kind of under the Kodansha umbrella. And to be fair, we've gotten a lot of the Kodansha IPs that, you know, give out the IP quite a lot for collaborations. While they have a massive list of other anime slash mangas, some of them just aren't popular enough or even do collabs or even deserve to be in Grand Cross. However, there are a few that we haven't gotten, so let's list them off. Very well be possible here is going to be Tokyo Revengers. They have done a lot of collaborations, even collabing with Grand Summoners, which have gotten 90% of the collaborations we've gotten, but it's also airing right now and also is owned by Kodansha. Once again, kind of the only popular mangas for Kodansha, so I wouldn't be surprised if we somehow do get an actual Tokyo Revengers collaboration. So it's you know, be on the lookout for this one. It very well could be possible. The next 2, and by far probably the only 2 left off the actual Kodansha list, is obviously Eden Zero and, more importantly, Fairy Tail. The reason why I named both together is because they kind of are in the same universe. It's made by the same person. It's because Fairy Tail is the only anime to collab, or I guess manga, to collab with 7 Days Sins. They've literally done a joint manga series together. They did like a little one-shot. Honestly, very, very surprised by now that we haven't gotten a Fairy Tail collaboration. A lot of gacha games have done a Fairy Tail collaboration. They've collabed with 7 Days Sins through the manga. It honestly makes no sense we haven't gotten the actual collaboration yet in Grand Cross. However, I will say Eden Zero is the sequel to obviously Fairy Tail. Or not sequel, but like in the same universe. And since that is the new shiny boy and it's also having an anime right now as well, we may get this collaboration over Fairy Tail just because it's kind of the newer thing. Moving on to common collaborations. These are collaborations where if you played a few gacha games in the last few years, you've probably seen 1 or 2 of these collabs in your gacha game or even in many other gacha games, because they kind of lend out that IP quite often. I'm going to exclude some Shueisha collaborations, mainly because we're kind of all in agreement right now, because we haven't got one before, that Shueisha and Kodansha can't really mix together. They can, but At the moment, we haven't seen it. It's been 4 years. If we're going to get a Shueisha collaboration, we can't predict it. So say goodbye to JJK, say goodbye to Demon Slayer, say goodbye to Dragon Ball One Piece. It's very unlikely. But what is likely is Overlord. Overlord has done many collaborations and honestly was on my list between the last collaboration between that and Mushoku Tensei. And we got Mushoku Tensei. So I generally do believe Overlord is very likely to come next and also a possibility to get one in the future. Also, not that it's reason to be added, but it's Halloween by the time the next actual collaboration drops. So it will be more fitting to get an actual Overlord collaboration on Halloween in Grand Cross. The timeline is actually just too perfect. Konosuba, this is another popular IP, but also another IP that if you've played a few gacha games the last few years now, you've probably seen 1 or 2 Konosuba collaborations. It's a popular IP that hands out quite often. Once again, another isekai, which Grand Cross absolutely loves. I have been meaning to watch this actual anime for the longest time now and would absolutely love it to come to the game to give me a reason to even watch it. So once again, be on the lookout for this one. This one is very possible. Not really an actual anime collab here, but near. This is a collaboration that I've played too many gacha games. Even right now, Nikkei had one. I've played too many gacha games where they've had a near collaboration. They give out that IP as much as AOT at this point. Honestly, it won't be surprised if we somehow get a near collab in Grand Cross, so it's worth mentioning. Data Live. This is probably one of my favorite picks and most wanted collaborations to come to Grand Cross. I love the series. I love the anime. I love the actual other gacha game as well. Maybe I'm a bit biased here because I tend to go to other gacha games because of having a Data Live collaboration, but because I keep up to Data Live so much, I know how much collabs they've done, and they've done a lot. And at some point during Grand Cross's life cycle, whether this was fake or not, there was a Data Live collab leaked behind the scenes, so you never know, it may happen. One Punch Man. I did say I wasn't going to name any Shueisha collaborations, but this is the one that I'm more knowledgeable about because I do know that Overwatch, they recently had an actual One Punch Man collaboration, and I was very intrigued about how they even got the license, and I watched a lot of the dev interviews about it, and they actually said the reason why they got it was because of Bandai, not Shueisha. While Shueisha would have some play in it, but the reason why they get the collaboration is because of Bandai, and I think for that reason and the fact that many other gacha games have done an actual One Punch Man collaboration, it's one of the most likely Shueisha collaborations that I know of, so we're going to mention throughout this video. Definitely another bias coming out here, and I don't really know how they would do it in game, but Code Geass, just recently watched it with the boys, and I would love a collaboration. But I will say the reason why it's possible is because, one, they've actually done a few collaborations. A few gacha games have done an actual Code Geass collaboration. Also, as well, it's not owned by a mega publisher since it was an anime-exclusive anime. Kill la Kill is another collaboration that, to be fair, not done too many, but they've done a few, and if Netmarble wants to get the actual hands on it, they probably definitely could. It's kind of like in its own lane, very similar towards a lot of the isekais, which is why they're so possible in collaborations, because they're not owned by a mega company. If Netmarble wanted to get Kill la Kill, I imagine they could, but we have to wait and see. But it's still worth mentioning. I would absolutely love a Kill la Kill collaboration. It would be insane to see it in Grand Cross and would fit quite well. Not that it needs to fit, because we have Stranger Things. So yeah, not too much to say about Kill la Kill other than the fact that it's possible, but what's also possible is Netflix collaborations. We did see the reason why we got Stranger Things was because it was a Netflix collaboration, and the reason why we even get Netflix collaborations is because Netflix owns both Four Knights and 70 Sins. They own 70 Sins, the actual title, so of course we can always get other Netflix collaborations. Now it's going to be impossible to try and predict what we could get since, well, they have a bunch of anime and also live action shows. So we're not really going to focus on the live actions and instead go towards, obviously, the animes. So while I think these are less likely and a lot less possible, you never know. This could be the reason why we get it. And these are the two that I'm only going to name here because why not, right? JoJo. I mean, everyone wants it. A lot of people want JoJo collaboration, and it would definitely save Grand Cross in some way here. However, Netflix does own JoJo Part 5. Not sure how that will tie in towards the other parts and how those will even work anyway. But I guess it's possible, so we're going to name JoJo at least Part 5, which will be a weird collaboration to get, but hey, it'll be cool. Black Clover. Black Clover, if you've not been keeping up to date, has recently just left Shonen Jump, but it's still a part of Giga Jump. Something like that. I'm not sure how it works, but who knows? This might be possible. It is obviously owned by Netflix now with the recent movie, so who knows? Maybe we somehow do get an actual Black Clover collaboration. And I would say out of the Shonen Jump catalog, this is the one more likely since it's owned by Netflix, and same with JoJo as well, so who knows. And the final Netflix collab is going to be Cyberpunk. This is a complete bias towards right now because I absolutely love this series, and I'm not too sure how it would even play out. Honestly, I don't think any other gacha game has done an actual Cyberpunk collaboration, so maybe it's not possible here, which is why I left it towards the end. But yeah, boys, that is going to wrap up to the video. Let me know what your most wanted collaboration is, and also what you think is likely. There's a clear difference between the two. However, as a little honorable mention here, the way Grand Cross is going, I wouldn't be surprised if we do get a Persona collaboration. If you know, you know. Boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.